microphone here. How about this? Okay, let's get a short speech here. I want to thank you first for coming out. And I'm making this speech up on the spot, so I apologize. We've been so many different things, getting a live streaming feed going. Is that recorded too as well?
Yep.
Fantastic.
Yay, hi.
And so, a lot of things. So, thank you for coming out. And one of the things that inspired this is I want to use the lean startup process with filmmaking. And so the thought was this, is how can I create, well, I've told this a million times, anyway, is how can I use the lean startup process with filmmaking? Many times companies will make a product and put a lot of money into it, and it comes out and then no one buys it. Same with films. And so my hope is that, so I thought, how can I apply this, the lean startup process and lean customer development with filmmaking? So one of the things in the lean startup is you want to create a minimal viable product, take it out to your customers, and then get feedback and iterate from there. So I thought what I can do is get some professional actors, and this will take some pressure off me. Let me introduce my actors. We first start with our can I say venerable? Is that okay? Is it okay to say venerable?
Say diva.
Our young
There you go.
actress, Julie Erickson.
No.
Yes. All right, next we have Sonia Acevedo.
Ooh, very well.
And we have Greg Vestal.
Yay.
Fantastic.
And then we have,
And then, of course, we have
And then me.
Jeff.
I'm Jeff Vogt. I'm the writer and director. And that might be a long story, so I'll just go into that later. So anyway,
Come see me.
so I hope that, and so I was talking to some friends here at the Node about creating just a minimal viable product for a film, the script of which I have written. And so I thought we could get professional actors and do an audio recording, semi-professional? Okay, I don't know. So we'll do an audio recording, and then maybe edit that to storyboards, and then get some feedback from people who like that genre before we go through the expense and time and effort of making the film, and hopefully create something that people will really want to watch when it's done. So I was talking to Imran, our resident engineer, who's back there in the computer, which engineers tend to do.
and he's not kidding.
And so, yes, you can't even hear me. Okay. So anyway, Imran said, I'd pay to see that. So I thought, well, crap, let's do a live event. It's even better. Let's perform the script in front of the people, and then get their live feedback. And get some great feedback, hopefully, that can help really shape characters, story, and make it the best possible before we make the film. And another plan that I hope to do, one of the things I'm dedicated to doing, if I can, is to help create a business paradigm, a new business paradigm for film that will empower independent filmmakers to be successful completely outside of the Hollywood system. And so, and also Texas. I think this is the best state in the country. And I think it's a tremendous place for opportunity, even and very much so here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So I would like to make Dallas and Texas really a center for filmmaking, for independent filmmakers. And what I want to do with this film when we're done is create a special screening event. And I want to use a certain business model that's been quite successful for those who are in the startup world. There's an event called Dallas New Tech, and that has grown from just 20, 30 people to there's about 300 people show up at every event. And so I want to pattern the screening event after that. Not have people come in a darkened room and just sit there quietly and watch a film. But much like Dallas New Tech, have more of a party atmosphere. You come in to see the film, but you have beer, you have food, and really enjoy that experience. Then we'll have a special screening, but not just in a darkened room, but maybe have multiple big screens around the facility, and also a sound system, really blaring the sound. Get to watch the film, and then after that do a live Q&A with the director and the cast. But I also want to make it a real networking event, bringing together the film world, the TV world of Dallas and Fort Worth, and the startup world together, because I think there's going to be a great synergy between the two. And so that's one of the plans I have for the next step for this project. And I've also put together a filmmaking group, invite only, and actually Kareem Gray in the back there with the red shirt is a feature film director, and a very talented person. He's in our group, and he created the feature film 01. of which you guys have seen it. You can watch it if you haven't seen it. Very creative guy, so he's with us in this whole process to help make this film even better. And then we're going to do a film of Kareem's here on the next project. So anyway, that's the plan. And so we're going to start here in just 1 second. And when we're done, then we're going to do a live Q&A. And you can ask questions. And Chirag, our host for the note, is going to pass the mic around. And if you can speak into that so the live streaming audience can hear it. And then we'll do a little Q&A on paper too. And we'd love to hear your feedback. Okay? Thank you.
Alright, dude, it's obvious that the X-Men series has ran out of ideas. I mean, what are we going to hear next? Professor Xavier's childhood story? That's it. X-Men, the baby years.
Dave, can we go like one time at one of these meetings and you not talk about comics or comic book movies?
Not if you want to have an interesting conversation.
All right, thanks, Dave.
Hey guys,
Hey, Jane.
Hey, Jane.
y'all didn't start reading the script without me, have you?
No, we figured it's Jane. 10 minutes late. We'll wait.
Oh, come on. Well, I didn't bring pages this week. It's been too busy. I've got kids with a cold, and then I've got a meeting later today, so... Anyway.
So how's Dave?
Bob?
Bob. How's Bob?
How's Bob? Bob. Yeah, Bob. Oh, Bob, my husband. Hello. He's doing fine. He's doing all right. Well, how about you guys? Did y'all bring any pages?
I brought more of my action script.
I have my epic.
More of the graphic novel script? I hated Sin City.
Now, what's Sin City got to do with it?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's an excellent movie.
Well, Robert Rodriguez directing it? I mean, you know, super violent stuff.
Well, you're a chick. That's why you don't like it.
So you're saying because I'm a chick, I can't like violence? I loved Gladiator. But I mean, machete? Come on.
It's like a violent ballet, only with lots of blood.
Yeah. Jane, I think he's just saying on average women don't like violence. Okay? You go down to the movie house, you watch a violent action play. Half the time you're gonna see, most of the time you're gonna see just guys in the audience. That's not true.
So what you're telling me is that because I'm a chick, I can't write an action flick.
How did we go from girls don't like violence to you can't write an action flick?
I'm just saying that sometimes it seems too much of a guy's club around here. I mean, Max, can you come to one of these meetings for once and not bring an action script?
What's wrong with action?
Okay, I mean, can you do or write 2 scenes without there being an explosion? Or that it's leading up to an explosion? Or that it's after an explosion? I mean, really?
Hey, what I said, okay, that was true. What you said, I didn't like it. Okay, I know what I'll do. I'll write some Nicholas Sparks crap. Okay, I'll do that. Okay, wait, give me take 2 seconds. Okay, I got it. I know what I'll do. A drifter goes into town. Okay, and he's got a secret. He's got a heart of gold. And there he meets a beautiful girl who works at a restaurant down by the dock. Okay, and they fall in love. But she's just getting over her fisherman father's death. Okay? And then I throw up.
I mean, every week you rag on Nicholas Sparks. I mean, can you go 1 week without doing that?
But Jane, have you ever seen a Nicholas Sparks movie?
Max, I mean, can't you get past some of this macho stuff that you've been coming up with and maybe come up with something more with substance?
What's got you all riled up here?
I'm just bringing reasonable points.
Caramel macchiato with a shot of espresso.
Oh, thanks, Ronnie.
Hey, Ryan.
Hey guys. Good stuff.
Favorite. Max. Max,
What?
what are you thinking about?
Well, I'm I've had this idea. And it's not really even a script idea, but it's been going on in my mind a long time.
All right, well, tell us about it.
Okay. You know those moments in life that are really satisfying? Okay. Like when you scored the winning goal for your team. Or when you finally stood up to that bully at school. Or say for you, Jane, like when one of your kids finally said to you, or for the first time said to you, I love you.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. What if you could create more of those moments? And on a regular basis? And with mathematic certainty?
What do you mean? Like mathematically you're going to increase your life moments?
Yeah.
Max, this is life. It's not a mathematical formula.
Now, wait a second. Now, let's hear them out.
Thank you. All right, let's say you want more moments with some of the opposite sex. Okay, you create opportunities for that to happen.
Yeah, brother, I'd love to have more opportunities with opposite sex.
Okay, all right. Now let's say for you, you would like some more moments with your kids. All right? And so you create events and opportunities for that to happen. And so at work, if you want to feel more accomplishment, you take on projects that can create more moments. Okay, all right. I don't think Ryan will get mad at me. So I'm not a mathematician or anything, but let me just do a little illustration, okay?
What is it, a formula?
No, it's an illustration, just hold on. Okay, all right. All right, so let's take a month here. Do this. All right, month of April. Okay. Start this, you want to choose a moment that you'd like to have in your life. Whatever has meaning for you. Then you increase the events, your actions that can create those moments from, say, 1 to 2 a month. Okay? To 10. Okay? That's 10, I think it is. So that, you've already increased the activities that you've been doing by 400% or so. Significantly increasing the chances you'll create a life moment.
Yeah.
Okay. But then by adding new things, new endeavors, you increase those chances exponentially.
Exponentially.
Yes, exponentially. Let's say you bring in a new goal, it just has a lot more possibilities of creating moments. When you bring in new parameters with multiple outcomes, you then begin to increase probabilities at an exponential level.
And I thought I was a nerd.
I mean, what made you think of this, Max? I mean, what brought this to mind?
Well, I don't totally like talking about it, but I started looking back at my life. And I saw so few of those moments. But there was one that I recall that made me feel great.
What was that moment?
Okay, I knew you'd ask. I made a short movie for an organization 15 years ago. It's a comedy. And there were 2 different viewings. And each one had about 300 people there. And the moment for me was there was one particular joke that I had written. And it was the topper to the whole film. And when it came out, or came up, both audiences reacted the same way. They burst into laughter and then applauded. And it's one of the best moments of my life.
Yeah, I mean, that's awesome. So what's the problem?
It feels so pathetic. It's such a small thing that happened over 15 years ago can mean so much to me.
Yeah, you're being too hard on yourself.
It's not just that, though. It's that I had so few moments in my life.
How many are you supposed to have?
I don't know. There's more. I'm sorry to be so serious, but what have I got? 30, 40 years left. And here it is, 15 years later, and I'm no closer to my dream. My dream of being a feature film director. I'm not doing anything to make it happen. What am I doing? I'm shooting weddings, marketing, training videos.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. It's just not my dream.
But Max, you've done so much more than that. I mean, you started your own company. You make a decent living.
Yeah. But for years, I wanted to make stories that matter. How many more years are going to go by before I do that?
How?
Nice thought, Max. This moment thing. But the rest of us can't live in a fairy tale. I mean, just because the realities of life just hit you hard and you just can't pass it. You can't get past it.
What are you talking about?
I'm just saying what he was talking about was a nice moment. But you know what? Life happens. You shoot things you don't want to. I go to my boring job, and you know what? Sometimes bad things just happen.
What?
Things happen beyond your control, and you know what? You just gotta roll with it. Make the best you can.
Well, what do you have to offer, Jane? I mean, you're always coming in here being the devil's advocate. I mean, you're always going against whatever anybody else has to say. In fact, I think you enjoy doing it. That you have to do it.
You know what? I'm not trying to be this horrible person. I'm just trying to make
Look,
a point.
I mean, I'm 35 years old. And I've never even had a serious relationship. You know how that makes me feel? I mean, I know we joke about it all the time, not having a girlfriend. But the reality is, I don't even like to leave the house for anything. I mean, I have to push myself just to come to these meetings. To go out anywhere, anytime. And, it's only getting worse. 1 year after the other, not going out. Not getting closer to a relationship. Those moments taken from me, stolen from me.
I'm so sorry, Dave. I had no idea. I mean, I wasn't trying to be a jerk. I just feel like I have to bring up objections and that I have to say the opposite view. I don't know why I do that. And I wouldn't want you to go through that pain. How long has it been going on? Well, if we're going to be honest here, that's what you said made me angry.
How's that?
My life is made up of working constantly. Taking care of the kids, going to my job, and one day runs into another. And ever since we had our first child, my relationship with my husband has been going downhill. Bad. Really bad. Yeah, and you were just reminding me of the bad things in my life. You know, you're telling me what I should be doing, like telling me about the things that I can't change. You were talking about this cool idea, moments. I can't remember the last moment just get through it. And I dread him coming home.
Don't you think there's something you can do?
I don't know.
I wish I knew what to say.
Okay. I'm a rude old lady. I've been listening in on your conversation. And, you know, about moments. Can I tell you a story? Oh, sit down. Okay, here, hold it. I was married 51 years. Well, we had our ups and downs like all couples do. And yeah, when we had children, we drifted apart. Because I began to push him away. I was making the kids more important than he was. You see, I had to make a choice of what was important to me. I realized that, well, I got married because of him. So I decided that I would try to have a special moment. I would make it happen, at least once a week. And it's those moments that I treasure the most in my life now. Especially since he's gone. Well, that's my story. Thanks for listening.
Wait, thank you.
Oh, Gladys.
I'm Max, this is Dave, this is Jenny. Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for saying something.
Well, I am old, and I have officially earned the right to say whatever's on my mind. That's the advantage of getting really old. Oh, can you believe she said that? It's the Alzheimer's talking. Comes in handy sometimes. The truth is, I came in here for a cup of coffee. And I heard what you kids were saying. Talking about I miss them. Since my husband died, I have not had too many moments. About 2 years. Like that old song, friends keep knocking at my door and I don't want to go out anymore. Without you. Oh, I am so sorry. Isn't that a kick? No matter how old you get, it never gets any easier. You think that you're ready to talk about something like this. You're not. I have been sitting in my house for almost 2 years now. When am I going to do something?
You're beautiful.
What do you mean?
It's in your smile. I can see what goes in the smile.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I mean, you're a woman of beauty. Warm.
Are you asking me out? It's the Alzheimer's.
So, what do we do? If we're gonna do this, how are we gonna do it?
Didn't expect that. Gosh, I guess we pick something, a moment we'd like to have in our lives, moments, and we plan out how we're going to make it happen.
Well, what's the meaningful moment?
Well, for me, it was, the moment I was connected with that audience.
I'd like to at first anyway, you know. And then later on, maybe, you know, getting married and having kids, just like that.
That's a nice moment, but what kind of moments would you have like that?
Well, this is kind of crazy, but I'm thinking about putting an event on in the middle of a field with live music, like Woodstock.
Been dead.
But with a paintball tournament in the middle of it.
Creative, nerdy, but creative.
Well, what about you?
Pain, oh boy. Well, I've got family. I've got 3 brothers who are that live across the United States. So we don't talk much like we used to. So I'd like to visit each one and just hang out and talk and do some really fun things.
Get to know them.
Get to know them, yeah.
That's good. I'd like to give him a ring.
What?
I used to study martial arts. I like MMA, and I'd like to at least once in my life give the ring. Experience.
The cage thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You need your butt kicked.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, well, that's kind of crazy, but if we're going to go that way, I've always wanted to jump out of an airplane. With parachute.
Thanks for the
Otherwise, it
clarification.
would be the final moment. No, seriously, I just always wanted to do it for years. Just to feel the wind rush through and the exhilaration.
Sure.
Okay. Well, mine would be more down to earth. But I'd like to go horseback riding or maybe camping with my family on a weekend.
Your husband.
Yeah, get people along. That'll be just me.
I would like to make a great comic series or graphic novel and then go to a Comic-Con and meet my fans and sign autographs. I think that would make me happy.
Yeah, that'd be great. You guys know mine. I'd like to, when I started that feature film, finish writing the script, first create a trailer, and then start looking seriously for investors.
I'd like to talk to my husband. Tell him I'm sorry. Sorry for ignoring him and for giving up. And I'd like to try Gladys's idea. Maybe spend a special moment with him at least once a week.
Yes.
How about you, Gladys?
It's okay if I do this too?
Yeah, you're part of the group now.
Oh, okay. I would like to pay for a trip for me and my daughter and her entire family, a river cruise down the Danube. I think there could be a lot of moments in that. And it'd please me to no end to be a gift to them and to me. Oh, wait, I am on a roll. I want to learn to play bridge, good. Yes, and I want to,
That's hard.
I want to sing in front of people. Maybe even do a musical.
All right. Well, I've got an idea. Some of these things are easy, some of them not so much. But what if we take a moment, gather our resources together, and help make that moment happen for that person?
Oh,
Like Gladys wants to sing, so we can find her a singing coach. Yeah. Or she wants to be in a play, an acting coach. Or find her some auditions. Just get her into it.
And then we can piece all the pieces together and the necessary elements, I guess, and all the resources needed for all that stuff. And then maybe pitch in if money were an issue and totally make it happen.
Big things.
Wow. Oh, I didn't expect this. I think we can make it happen.
Then let's do it.
I will babysit with your kids.
There you go.
That's the first step.
Okay.
I'm a grandmother. I know